Now this is a Sea to Summit 4-liter, basically like a dromedary setup. And to be honest, I've never used one of these before. I've always seen it and I had it on my list on Amazon. And I just figured out, you know, what the heck, let's give it a try. Now, on the front, it's pretty resilient. This appears to be a combination of pack cloth and Cordura. So it's actually pretty good on this side. Now, this is actually the front. Now, if I flip it around, on the back, it appears to be all Cordura. And as you can see, it's shiny on the inside, and that's the actual bladder. It has a zipper that you can get into the bladder. Now, we have these holes, and these holes are die cut in rubber on 3 of the 4 corners. That basically you can attach it, whether by lashings or using small carabiners, so you can put it on the back of your pack. Now, that makes it fairly easy to be able to replace the water. But the problem is it's not a camelback, so you don't have, you know, that line coming back to your mouth. Now what it has is this mylar material. Now, I haven't used it yet, so I don't know how durable this mylar is. And to be honest with you, it may not work well at all, but until you try it, you never know. So if anybody out there has actually used this, let me know. It looks like it's bonded to the cap. Right here you can see. If you look on this side, here's the actual cap. Now I'll get a close-up here. So I think what I'd rather have is one that had a nicely rubberized bladder, like a camelback. You can see where it's attached here, almost shrink wrapped attached to the cap on the inside. It's not real easy to see, but that's how it's attached. Well, this is a rather difficult cap to take off, and to be honest, I had to use my teeth to pop it off from right here. This is just a simple little plastic bit, but this is kind of a rubberized gasket, and that's what's keeping the water inside, which is obviously what you need. But it's going to be kind of tight, and you're going to have to pop it off. Like I said, I use my teeth. You may want to use maybe a multi-tool or something that just doesn't tear it up. Well, I've got my Sawyer squeeze and I've got my bladder. So I'm going to flip it upside down. Start squeezing more water in here. Yeah, and I can hear it filling up. I think you can see the bladder starting to fill. Now, this bladder is supposed to have a 4-liter capacity, and the Sawyer squeeze bottle, plastic bottle I have, is 32 ounces, so it's 1 liter. So it'll take 4 of these to try to fill this up. So but right now I should have about 1 liter or close to 1 liter water, so it's not so bad. So I'll just put the cap on for right now. There we go. So I've got the cap put on, so it's going to be watertight sealed, and then I'm going to put the secondary cap over top of it. So let's see if anything comes out. And the nice thing is there's a little grab hook here, so you can hang this from something, and you could even use it for, you know, a small shower. Just fill it up full of water and clean with it. So that's kind of nice. But other than the water, well, I was going to say that held, but it didn't. That didn't work out well. Yeah, it completely came out. That was only one, that wasn't even 1 liter of water. So that's not good. Well, you see me hold it upside down for just a matter of minutes, even less than that, and it all came pouring out. So you can imagine what it would be like if I had 4 whole liters of water inside this. So I'm wondering just how secure this rubber cap, this gasket could possibly be. And I'm thinking it's not very secure. Yeah. It would be nice if this had threading on it, but it doesn't. That's next to no water in there now. Well, I'll give it another experiment with more water a little bit later, and we'll see how that works. But to be honest, I'm willing to bet that if 3/4 of a liter of water did this, if I had 4 liters in it, it's going to do the exact same thing, even quicker. But you be the judge. This is a good 6 feet from where I'm standing, but that'll be a good exercise to see if I drop it, you know, say it falls off my pack and goes down a hill, whether or not it's going to explode and I'm going to lose a bunch of water. So it's a good test. All right, now if I pull this up, there's the water. So that's kind of neat. Okay, so be careful how you put that cap back on. If you don't put it on tight enough, you're going to lose all your water. And that's a lot of work wasted. Well, the Sea to Summit Pack Tap. Well, it's a good product. To be honest, I don't necessarily think this is something that you want to use in backpacking. Primarily, when it's full, it weighs a whole 8 pounds. And while it has lash points on it, it's not exactly something that you can use while you're backpacking. It doesn't have an inline adaptability to it. It's simply something that you can hang and use. So I think it's better suited for something more along the lines of car camping, or for that matter, canoe camping. Is it worth the money I paid? Well, it's actually a fairly decent price, and the exterior is a good product. Whether or not the Mylar bag that acts as the reservoir will last a long period of time, only time will tell. But it is space-age plastic, so it probably will fit the bill for as long as I'm going to use it for. So my suggestion is, if you're interested in the Sea to Summit Pack Tap, you might want to check it out and pick it up. It's not that expensive, and it'll go a long way with providing you with a lot of water. But don't necessarily use it for backpacking.